world leaders arriving in the Chinese capital, and they all come for the same purpose, to attend the Third Belt and Road Forum for International Cooperation. Warm welcome ceremonies are being held at the airport, showcasing China's hospitality to its global partners. On Monday morning, the capital city welcomed the Vice President of Nigeria, Kashmir Shettima. As the largest economy and the most populous country in Africa, Nigeria joined China's Belt and Road Initiative in 2018. On the same day, Sri Lankan President Ranil Wickremesinghe arrived for the Third Belt and Road Forum. China and Sri Lanka have carried out numerous projects under the initiative, including Colombo Port City and Hambantota Port. President of the Republic of the Congo, Denis Sassou Nguesso, arrived in the afternoon. China and his country have carried out a number of cooperation projects under the BRI, such as the No. 1 National Highway. President of the Republic of Serbia, Aleksandar Vučić, has also been welcomed at the airport. Cooperation between China and Serbia has covered a wide range of areas, including highways, high-speed railways, bridges and power stations. Thai Prime Minister Srettha Thavisin arrives in Beijing to attend the Third Belt and Road Forum for International Cooperation. With the Belt and Road Initiative completing 10 years, China and Thailand relations are set to strengthen in terms of economy, tourism and culture.
So welcome to the channel where United Africa is an undisputed Africa. So it's time again for the Belt and Road Initiative Forum, which is being kept in China this year. This is the third one. Actually the forum, but this has been going on for the past 10 years, the project. But I shared a video to say, you see how the Chinese receive different presidents from different countries, especially African countries. You see the warm reception, the celebration, the flowers being given. Contrary to when African presidents do forums in America, in England, England is part of Europe, so let's say Europe. The last time they went to England, when they went to see for the Queen funeral or something, they put our African presidents on buses, Greyhound buses. What the disrespect. When they went in America, same thing, they bus them to, they put them together and send them to the forum. No one get any individual car, they not get any warm reception, no warm welcome. It's just come, put on a bus, you come go where you're going. So that's why I showed that video. But the Belt and Road Initiative has been going on for more than 10 years. No, not more than 10 years. It's been going on for 10 years. And it's let's take a look at this video. It's where they see the roads and the trains and the different projects there, and the dams and the building ports and all of that. And it's infrastructure to connect China to the world, like literally to the African continent, the European continent. And that's the goal behind this project. So for those of you who don't know what the Belt and Road Initiative is, let's take a quick look at it. Take a look at this other video. So this is the belt, that's China you're looking at, South Asia, Middle East, Europe. That's the belt. That's where they want to kind of get all these continents together so they can do better trade. And this is like a $60 billion project. 60 billion. So you can imagine the amount of infrastructure going to be put in place for this. So then now look there, you see that's the belt. That's the belt, and then the road now is the yellow line. You see that's running. The yellow line is what running from China to all the different countries all over the place. So on the right hand side that's Peru. That's all the way to the right, the far right. But anyway, that's what the Belt and Road Initiative is. So let's continue. So this includes building ports in different countries, especially in the African continent, building train lines to connect from city to city, connecting China. Now there's a train that can bring from Kenya to China in 3 hours, and I think that it would normally take, I think, how do I say, 12, it would take 12 hours by plane, or by plane is 12 hours, but now it's break down to 3 hours travel on the bullet train from Kenya to China. So that's an example of what the connection China is trying to make with the continent. And then the continent is so different countries in Africa. We have Nigeria just get a finish a train track as well, and they have all the train operators are females. They have 7 female operators that went to China, train, learn the language, and operate in the trains. And there's ports that's being built in different countries, in Tanzania, in Senegal, in South Africa, in Nigeria, Ghana. They have roads that connecting, that make the citizens' life so much easier to travel, to go from one market to the next. It's now much more easier because you have a train that runs, and they can jump on a train. Instead of doing an 8-hour trip, it lessens into an hour. So, but this is what America. Remember a couple of the early in the year, they were saying, China was giving African countries debt traps. Debt traps, for those who don't know what debt trap is, it's like they give countries a loan that they know they can't pay back. So when they can't pay back, now they seize something inside country. But this is what I don't like with people trying to say that call it debt trap. No one forces a country to sign a contract with China. China don't hold a pistol to no one head or force to sign. But what happened is greedy African president who don't have no vision and have no empathy for their citizens. They just take the loan because they know they're going to get a big chunk of it, put it in other countries, in Switzerland, in France, in America, and then when it cannot be paid back, they don't worry, because even though China will come now and seize a port and say they have a 99-year lease to manage that port. The country lose and the citizens lose but the president doesn't care, because these presidents is the one that are greedy and thief in the country, thief in their citizens, and running away with the money, going to different countries like France. For example, in Caban, they recently had a coup, and we found out the president of Caban has 28 properties in France. But yet the country don't have no development for the past 10, 15 years. There's no development. So but yet they have 28 properties in France, and his son have millions of dollars, and his wife was recently arrested and put in jail for money laundering and for embezzlement, which means stealing money. So it's his father before him was also the president. So like his father ruled for 40 years and he ruled for. So there's no way that anyone could know of this before, but it found out because of the younger generation now is coming in and know something ain't right. So now it's coming to fruition. So the Belt and the BRE, which is the Belt and Road Initiative, it's helping a lot of African countries economically, and it's helping the government financially as well, and it's helping citizens, regular citizens. I did a video on this where they show you how the train is running from one city to the next, from Nairobi to Massa in Kenya. It's normally an 8-hour trip for a regular citizen, and buses. And the train is an hour. It takes an hour. So it's the big help that makes for a citizen. They can go from one city to the next, sell their produce, still make it back home in time to feed the family and help the kids. When before that, they still have to travel from in the morning and come back home at night. Sometimes they have to sleep over because they don't have enough money to come back. So it breaks family apart. But with this initiative, I'm not saying it's 100% good, because again, anytime there's money involved, there's theft involved, because there's always greedy people. We know this, but it do more good than bad. It helps more than it harms. And I have videos on this. You can go on my channel and check it out, where with the infrastructure that they're repairing train lines, they're repairing bridges, they're repairing roads, they're repairing ports, and they're building new ports as well, and putting in new train tracks, and the whole shebang. And again, I tell you, China put up 14 billion of their own money, and the other countries now take loans from China to assist in this project when they want a port, and then they repay the funds. So this is what, and then this was getting America frightened. So America started to sabotage and spread disinformation about the dead chops. I mean, you notice it, you don't hear anything about dead chops anymore? You notice that the dead chops, they don't hear nothing about dead chops anymore. And as well as they said that this is happening in the Caribbean, and that's why they don't like the Chinese, because the Chinese are basically building ports and harbors globally. And the African continent, the European continent, the Middle East, the Caribbean. So the Americans are losing out, so they have to find a way to, not destabilize, because they can't destabilize China, but they're finding a way to slow the project and to build up their own influence. But it's a little bit too late, because again, when Chinese come, they don't tell you it's either or. If you don't, they don't threaten African countries with their currency. They don't say if you don't do this, if you don't do this, we won't give you any what's the thing that they like to give African countries again? Slipping my mind. Give a minute. Aid. They will hold back aid because they can't get a deal, or they will blackmail a president and stuff like that. So anyway, let me know what you think about this in the comment section. And as always, it's the WSSN podcast. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. Like, share, comment, subscribe. You don't know. Boom.